see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies just a must. They not just no moms, but also new pussies. Mola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. I do it dance for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet. So my aircraft stealth spit. Heavy tied down, even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked the cards, my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust all on some ice and some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Hot body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for marches of females clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, so haters wanna crucify. A real man, I still stand with the still in hand. But we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm telling sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you're gonna have to do more than scamper. Need more than scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space ace to y'all. Buster stuck in the case, face off. After the shape, the state is a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Sebastian Capero, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. The rules and perils what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
His own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of pie. I don't want to see you niggas think it's all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas understand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke.
A lot of heat, bro.
Listen to me, young people, and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
That's a lot of heat, man.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Feathers up. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Mic Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the side spot. Third eye gang shit cops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an ice box. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you blows. The scope with some ropes. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep our rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should be disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, go is no issue. Could've bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debate was about who owes who the fiscal. Disregards the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Mic Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. Other than we, ain't sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring to novice. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Trying to change through hate. I'm trying to fight. In environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hyping. Alignments, the assignment. Supervisors, I'm not flying. A refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push on the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, we're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them, it's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Mic Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Mic Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. I keep you up.
I got it good for you, bro. You don't like these. You was looking for these, man. Little brother, you was looking for these, right?
Signs and symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulars round, created successful reality from a virtue now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bros, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall here while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat shakes, purposely will peak me, I'm calm. Water, fire, and earth turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint just with the range, the point in the sentiments. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Let us stay out of place in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call when bro and I spit flows dope, man. Fly in the cell at Southampton, kept smoke, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by logos. I've raised my moral ground. Way how my character stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky. New God on what the world's been waiting for. The days not. They got they and I don't abide by the same ethics. They fan respect, yet obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect. But with strange essence, but the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribed my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare I spit, but the beats churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, it's getting there to try to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle, I run it, and thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in dark with the sun lit. On you false lights, don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors of the paupers just for show, go figure you did. Pounding you bad boy or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no iller max than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square, see the circle. If not, your mask off. You plumage, dash or salt. The dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. Use the outline correction, last roll. I blast off my crash off to the next zest of living. Sexually sex some whose ass off. When she walked the ass off, I told back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who they gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on my circle is me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance this abnormal, dormant form and leave y'all right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah. Now watch time and space rock a great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate, the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate, the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when.
Turn it down, let it go for a little longer. Lance Sword, peace and blessings. What's going on, man? Millennial, OMAC. What's cracking? Delusions. What's happening? What's happening? Hey, Ted, what's going on, huh? How you doing, sis? Yeah, sir, you know you done got a wrench, so be good with that wrench. Alright? Don't be, don't go crazy. Hello, what's going on? What's happening? Oh my God. What's going on, Brian? What's happening, beloved? Yeah, look, I don't want to know. I'm gonna help some of the cartel members out because I mention you because you've been fighting and killing your own people and Haitians and other people, and you side with the Chinese. I'm not that one. I don't give a flying about that. I don't care what you're doing. It's like the CIA and everybody else. Like I said, just because I got friends, let me tell you something. I'm gonna share something with y'all about this military. Y'all should know this by now. If the CIA and the FBI, the actual good operators wanted to, with military branches, they could have eradicated y'all in a week. It don't matter what mountain, where you at or whatever, they could have destroyed everyone and dealt with all the deaths that came from it in a week. All right? Now, I know individuals who are running aside from the government who could do it in a week. And they're not doing nothing because they're watching everything play out. Don't come over here sending your little monkeys, all right, your bots or anything else, trying to fill the scene. Don't do it. I am not the same. I am not the same as none of these motherfuckers. I'm playing. I'm not playing. I got homies who work with it, and they can tell you. Totally different, beloved. All right? We know that the CIA, a certain group of Zionists, people working in sutras and all the other bullshit it shouldn't be, all right, like I stated, because it really cracked off in the 50s. But up into the 60s and 70s with the drug cartels, the Jews flying and this, that, and other, they destroyed your company. They destroyed it. But there's those of us who really know that a lot of your people, some of yours, that came here to conquer, were part of the Mongol herds. And we're not talking about somewhere in some fake 14, 15, 1600s. Not no fake history. So if your heads are aware of this, stop. Stay with the people who don't know. Okay? So I don't care what you do. It all plays a part. And I'll keep giving y'all energy because I need to see everything destroyed anyway. So don't come over here with your fools. Alright? I'm not playing it. Now they may relay messages to some people, but I tell them don't say shit. And they better listen. It's not a game. Right? My boy had to let me know yesterday when he was looking at certain things. He knows things. Just like the little Mexican ex-military dude, they used to send drones up down in LA and look at all the operations that the feds and the fake marshals were allowing to happen with all the drug stuff when 420 happened. Y'all don't even know that 420 is based on a certain month by the bull, the Taurus, which is Baal, that deals with Venus. But y'all don't know none of that. And the ones that do, you need to stay in your scepter. You need to stay where you're at because, see, this land is different. Because, see, when those started rising, there's a whole different narrative. Don't play when you want to act like you're messing with magic and you don't know what you're playing with. Right? Slow down. Especially with these little Chinese idiots sitting here thinking they don't talk in English. Because they're part of it. I knew before it even happened. Stop. It's go easy. We smell and see everything. What happens with drugs and too much money? Messing with things you shouldn't. You get caught off doing things you shouldn't be doing. Keep telling y'all, everything, the downfall will be those participating. And the enemy, regardless of who, what, whatever, they're aware of this. They don't care. They've been dead for a long time. I'm not asking nobody to believe in shit. You know or you don't know. Look at all the sex workers, the people who want to get away, who you stole away, who want to, and y'all murder them out there. Fake ass Newsom, that faggot, he knows. There's enough of us who know. I'm here because balance is important. Keep doing your gross shit. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Send it over to New Jersey. I don't give a fuck. Half of them niggas ain't even worth the time. If it was up to me, shit, I can't. But if it was up to me, I'd be point man with y'all. I'm getting fucked up because all that training, this killing, this shooting, shit don't mean shit in the real time of things. I mean, they're flying over with green things from a certain corporation, mapping everywhere. Everything is known. It's not like nobody don't know. Well, those who are supposed to know. The rest of everybody who don't know, they're not supposed to know. That's why they're doing it. And when they see it, easy to dispel. Not Janet. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not even speaking. I'm speaking less than 1% of what I know with this shit. I don't give a fuck. Dude, my boy had to let me know, man. And the way he moving, I was like, well, around me, you don't have to be like that. He was saying it's not about being around me, it's like being out there. I said, oh yeah, I know. My homies keep, well, I don't like saying homies. I think it's a dumb word, but brothers, they let me know what I need to know, and I tell them half the time when they tell me shit I don't want to know. I don't care. And some people have a hard time with that. When I say I don't care, I really mean I don't give a fuck. Light of the full moon. I bet y'all don't even know what that means. Absolute power corrupts. Trust me.
It's been a long time since
You don't trust shit. Trust me.
And the ancestors said to fuck some shit up. So here we are. Check it out. Is it
We're a different breed. A whole fucking different breed. It's like we turned the time back. You better tell them to be honest with you.
Intelligence and clones are scriptural. Is it miracle or a spell cast magic ritual? Is it religion or
It's like that sister that went to Turkey to get a BBL. Your sister's are dumb as fuck. Well, they said she passed away. No, they murdered her. And they harvested her organs and everything, looking for a certain blood type. The dumbest thing them fake-ass Jews in Turkey playing Muslim could have done. And they've been doing this for a minute. But it's a combination of shit. Some people should know when to stop, pack up, and fucking run. But the problem is there's nowhere to run. Some people are going to do a feeble little fight that ain't going to mean shit. It's coming to a head. Finale strong. Social media got you foolish, been a metaverse. Before the earth fully heals, it's gonna get hella worse. Got to be the living word. Ash. Never put ash on your fucking forehead. You'll soon see turtle share full bloom. A black sun pour doom down on these moonlight worshippers. Burglars of the internal furniture of the temple. That's why they have 420. Yeah, everybody run out to smoking weed. Like they're stupid. Don't even know what the fuck they're giving energy to and what they fucking smoking. Tired of stupid fucking people. If you consider yourself a people, then you're less than what you're supposed to be. Okay, to my happy 420. I mean, Chicago, Illinois has... At one point, it was a staple, just like New York, the Lodge 420. In Chicago, over 420 lodges of over 45,000 Masons. Now, we don't have to go everywhere. We don't have to jump all the way to the southern tip, around the Horn. We don't have to go to Hawaii. We don't have to go to Congo. We don't have to go to nowhere. At least, when I say we, I'm not talking about y'all. Like, I don't need to read this shit. I don't need to go and look at this. This is something that's embedded in us. Y'all don't know fucking half of what's going on in this world. Y'all call it world. I hate these terms. I really do. Have no fucking idea. I remember when they that Prop 64 came through. That's when all the shit hit the fan. All them families in Texas and down there in Maricopa, well, not Maricopa, that's this way. Arizona, they got murdered, killed, shot. Them fake ass feds ain't say shit. Half time ain't want to do shit. All right, and then you had them damn racists go out there and they was killing your people, shooting them across the line, or catching them and not even taking the weed themselves and then murdering the guys, you know. And I know they reported back. Even we were like, what's going on with these dumb racists? Racists will fuck up the whole everything. All right? We know this shit. We're not even custodians. We're not even part of the watchers. We're something wholly entirely different. We don't give a fuck. But at the same time, balance is paramount. It's important. And it will happen. It's inevitable. Keep fucking around. Keep going against the grain. Are y'all aware that somebody asked me a question? They said they saw a post. I don't be on Facebook and Instagram. I upload shit and I get off the fucking platform. I don't give a fuck. I don't read shit except for my baby girl and the guys who hit me up in Messenger. That's it. Rizza Islam, a few other people send something. I'm looking. Want to know how I feel about Billy Carson and all? Yo, listen. Listen, that's the only time. I don't give a fuck about what you post. I mean, if I go on Facebook, right? Fedbook, All right? Usually it's Snoop, Marla Henrietta, Baby Girl Slaughter be up in the little thing, and Jamil Shamseed, and maybe 2 others. And so I'll look at what they post. Okay. I don't scroll through the shit. I don't give a fuck about it. It's meaningless, man. It doesn't mean nothing. It only means something to those who are supposed to watch it to see who says and this, that, and the other. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. I think people have a hard time dealing with it. That's why as stupid is as stupid does. In this fake-ass fictional world. He's a badass. Look, we cut his hand off and he's still serving us. What the fuck is that all about? Now you got a motherfucker who's capable based on your stupidity, not your divinity. All right? You got a person with a lesser good hand. Fucking make it sense. Make it make sense. It's called fear. And it's what fucks everybody up. And then when the fear is gone, we're not talking about removing the fear. We're talking about complacency. Not getting rid of fear and emotion. We're talking about complacency. Because every bit of it moves on fear and emotion because of the things that take over. That's how everybody's going to fail. See, I just gave some tea. And nobody can stop that. Nobody can stop it. So they said, hey, man, you see so-and-so posted about subtropolis. Dude, if y'all really want to, you can go to, I think you can't go to the vaults of Cheyenne, but there are places where you can go that they call them fake, they call them limestone quarries. They're not, they made a whole thing limestone from, but somewhere in the 1960s, you had 2 groups got together and they purchased it or whatever. And under there is like steel mills, like they do a lot of work, but there are also things that go underground deeper that you can't go to. Now you can drive through there from 6 in the morning to 6 at night or some shit like that. You can drive through these subtropolis. You can literally drive through these motherfuckers. So whenever you see truck drivers, if you see them with a camera and they're still alive and they filmed it and put it up on Facebook or YouTube, you can do it yourself, but you cannot go off into the places where the government, I don't like using the word deep state. It's part of the one and one same government, regardless of what they're playing. But you have departments and stuff and things way underground that you can't go. You can't see. You can't get on the elevators, the big brown ones that can take trucks and shit up and down. You cannot get on none of that stuff. You can't go. Listen, any one of you can drive to them places and drive right in between a certain time and drive and look at this shit and go. And it's far more. It's far more of them than you can imagine. They have in South America. If y'all want to believe that's the South. All right. I'm tired of this stupid stuff, man. For those who want to go to Kansas City or Missouri, whatever it's called, I mean, for those who are over there, if you want to go and check them out, all right? Okay? Because they call it the something Falls limestone quarry. It's Bethany, what is it? Bethany, limestone quarry, whatever. Y'all can look it up. I'm not truly trying to remember all that crap right now. It's you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was this individual, because you see now right now they're pushing the monkeypox thing. Now, I watched several videos because I just wanted to see the first 10 minutes of certain individuals who are in the medical field and who are just people who could talk, probably litigating things and stuff like that. They're monetized. And they were the several that I looked at, I might upload 2 of them so you guys can watch them yourselves. They were discussing how all of a sudden in the Congo, here we go again. But they were pointing out certain individuals playing a role who work with the WHO and the WEF. Okay? And what's funny is when you look over here, people think Biden appointed this faggot. this female character, this Joker, this so-called doctor. Biden don't appoint shit. All right? It's an agenda, and y'all need to pay attention to it. There are certain groups now, I will say this. There are certain groups, and I don't think it's all right with the cartel, who are doing stuff outside of what the cartel's about money, man. They're about some good shit, good drugs, whatever. They don't like, how are we going to make the money if we can keep killing people? Then you have this groups, like anywhere else, who maybe using stuff from the deep part to make sure that the weeds you get will do irreversible harm. It hampers the money. And if you really study about, if you really into the car, all that kind of stuff, and Black Mafia family and all these other people are putting drugs on the streets, and what they do with lacing stuff, whether it be Florida and however it works, y'all can look into this and see what you find. Now, I'm not going to speak on specificalities. I'm just going to point it out so you can go and see for yourself. There are certain groups, like certain organizations, just like when we talk about the Army, and a relationship between certain individuals and a satanic church. They better not ever say Lucifer. But anyway, because I want to meet them. But anyway, right? And their thing is to create as much harm and death or chaos. And even though it's about monetary, all right? So it's to get the good, the feel good stuff, because there's some good damn weed, right? Then there's the stuff that can be labeled and will mess you up, okay? Just like, how is it that you can send a whole bunch of Chinese soldiers here to perform duties, even killing, and send stuff, because there's a new synthetic drug that's even worse than cat and ice and all that shit and meth, right? There's a new one. But anyway, coming from there, the Chinese people in China aren't about that, bro. The regular Chinese people in China aren't with this shit. Just like most people in South America, and you got to look at the numbers, man. Central or South, excuse me. All right? Who aren't with it? And see, this is where people get a mistake, because the media paints a picture so they can pit everybody against everybody. I mean, I have another guy say, you against the cartel, because that seems to be the fucking talk. And I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. No, I'm not against what the... No. Why the fuck would I be against them, motherfucker? You got motherfuckers right here doing the worst. I mean, you got Bill Gates, supposed to be a philanthropist right now. That nigga ain't invent shit. What he did was got rich off of patenting other people's shit. I know people who work and set up a lot of shit in Silicon Valley. They work at Walmart, Safeway. I'm talking about motherfuckers that still got millions, but they got to lay low. And they informed me, I don't know why, maybe they saw what they're supposed to or they didn't, and they told me the crazy shit that they saw. That I really didn't give a fuck about, because they would tell you, oh, he don't really care, but it was the internal shit, how it went from here to India, Hindu, Silicon Valley, how it changed hands. Roughly around the time when they were telling a lot of Chinese and Hindus that got degrees here, they were bought and paid for. And y'all didn't do a goddamn thing. Niggas too worried about putting weave and fake ass synthetics in their head and glue, hairline receding and going bald head. Niggas shaving their head bald because of, low testosterone. And all the other goofy shit that's going on. I was watching the guy, a video I saw. People share some weird shit. It was a guy, I don't know if it's Georgia, if it's in Arizona, I didn't really want to know. Guy was tweaking, so you got a guy talking like, you a black man, blah, blah, blah. They cursing each other because they don't know no different. And he's smoking meth and everything, and telling my nigga, let me get a cigarette. You could tell he might have been one of them G's from back in the day that got stuck on that shit. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. And he swings on him, but dude ducks it, and he says, yo, you don't want to do that, and then I guess it goes on. But the thing is, you look at the one who act like he's doing something worthwhile. There ain't no pedophile or nothing they going after. They're going to harm a brother that's already fucked up. This is how stupid you niggas look. Sister went all the way to Turkey to get a BBL and come back with no eyeballs, no brain, no nothing. Just a carcass. Y'all looking so fucking stupid. For what? Now you got light-skinned women, so-called white women. They got nigga in them. And they ain't looking better than half of you, motherfucker. And you're still not getting it because you're still listening to these dumb-ass, fucked-up sisters. I know there's sisters all around that look magnificent. Don't get it fucked up. It's not about the body dysmorphia. But the body dysmorphia plays a part with certain individuals who don't need to do it, who are dancing in them places, smoking that fucked-up weed, snorting that cocaine and all that other doopy shit, who are young and think they're invincible. And the asses are getting handed to them because they're not who the fuck they're supposed to be. I'm gonna tell you what, keep walking around following this goofy nigga, African diaspora, and that punk nigga who got challenged, Roland Martin punk ass, boule ass. How many of y'all studied where the boule come from? How about, what's that bitch name? When I was telling people about the Theosophical Society, Brovanovich, whoever that bitch name, she's a mulatto. She's half American Negro and one of them motherfuckers who was part of that shit. These motherfuckers hate themselves and hate you. Part of the institution that created this shit. A lot of y'all don't know real history worth shit. I had a motherfucker trying to argue with me talking about 66, 68 when they comprised and when it was signed after they murdered, so-called murdered, the womanizer Martin Luther King. The Civil Rights Act, to which the Negroes don't even really get nothing done, but apply to everybody else in the fucking world. Make it make sense, which is the Indian, one of the nicknames, because in order to do that, they had to have a nation to be able to sit down and meet and greet with this fake-ass LBJ. Those were boule niggas, but they were the Indians that betray your own fucking people, and some Moors in there. And you motherfuckers think you know everything, and y'all don't know a goddamn thing, and you keep walking around, not even the essence of your existence. Bunch of stupid motherfuckers. If I had my way, I'd throw half of you motherfuckers on the Barbie. But that's not what I'm here for. Balance, motherfuckers. I keep thinking it's a fucking game. They might turn my hand. I might disappear one day. Be gone. Find the fuck out. So anyway, this motherfucker, who they put as the deputy coordinator of the response team for the fucking monkeypox, all right? Do y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about? This motherfucker's name is Dr. fucking Dmitry Deskalaski. Faggot nigga. Now, what's funny about this motherfucker is when you look at his shit, boy, this is a motherfucker here, bro. I'm gonna show you a picture of this worthless motherfucker. And you know, he works the inverted pentagram that y'all think about as the star on the flag, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm gonna show you something, okay? Because most of y'all never pay attention to the American flag. Y'all call American flag, and it's not the right one. That right there is a battle flag because it casts a spell. So every time I see some paperwork talking about Patriots 1776, you know how bad I want to stick my hand and pull off their lower jaw and dig down their throat and pull all their shit out? I'm going to show you dumb motherfuckers. Some of you probably never look. Which way are the stars facing? Which way are the fucking stars facing, you retarded motherfuckers? And I know a majority of you never even paid attention. Which way are the stars facing? Nah, it doesn't bother me. So, this faggot nigga, Dimitri, whatever the monkey dick, all right, the Skolaski, big ass Jew motherfucker. He has the motherfucking stars upside down all the way, and then he's even got the fake ass, the Jesus Christ you motherfuckers worship. This one's a fraud, but this is the reverse. This is the inversion. That a lot of y'all having a hard time with. Y'all really are. Y'all can see all his little weird ass pictures of it, and this is the motherfucker Biden put over it. This is why I say gain the world and lose your soul. Lose your soul, motherfuckers. Where's that one at? I want to see if I can pull up a good picture of that goddamn tattoo. If I can expand it. Now, that means other shit. I'm not here to expand on that shit. You can find that out for your goddamn self. Okay? Motherfuckers want to run around performing evil, don't know what the first thing evil mean. There you go. Jesus ain't who you think he is, you dumb motherfuckers. I keep telling you motherfuckers that. And as far as Judaism, the fake ass shit they got, they don't worship no one God, they worship many gods. Yet, them motherfuckers are a semblance of you. Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all be talking about with all the Hebrew Israelite movement and all this other dumb shit y'all be doing. Y'all don't have a fucking clue, and I keep attempting to expand this on your minds, but you motherfuckers are so fucked up. So that's your motherfucker right there who's going to push the monkeypox. I don't know if you got AIDS or not, but that's what he was fighting, talking about going to get a cure for that. Just like the Brazilians who actually were working on, because they knew they can cure this cancer shit, and certain ones didn't get on, and certain ones died. And yet here we are in the world, your world, and y'all have no knowledge about any of this shit other than what the fuck the media says without being able to see the reality. That's like me breaking Wild Bill Hiccup down, the fucking Shrine of Mason, right? And when he was asked and called, he says, no problem. He went and rounded up all these motherfuckers from overseas, by the way through Alaska, brought them over here to play Indian. And then once their job was done, these Arabs who were chasing the little brothers and everyone, chasing the little boys around, wanting to fuck them. They fucked a lot of them. And then after that, they said, well, let's give them some portions of the land. And they called y'all the Plains Indians while they were running around, working with us, learning shit, and destroying the infrastructure. You dumb motherfuckers don't know shit. Even with me sharing information and people pointing out motherfuckers who are doing videos, come over here, not only say hi, watching the video, and then they're going and finding some information and going, look here, look here, look at what I found. Like they fucking discovered something new. Don't know shit. An inverted pentagram is a symbol with 2 points facing upwards because they got you thinking it's the goat. Upwards, they can have multiple meanings: evil, Baphomet, materiality. Materiality. Well, first you got to subvert and subjugate certain individuals to partake in it. Usually that's through fear and death. So it's always the heads of everything, the leaders of everything, that create this false dystopia and then bring people in and get them fucked up in it. And they move right along in it as if it's okay because of fear, emotions, and feelings. Oh, emotions and feelings are two different things, motherfuckers. And fear can be steeped in both of those. So what do you got there? The 3 points to a head of a dragon. This is the false Messiah, motherfuckers. Even some of them, a lot of them don't even know that. Y'all keep running around thinking you know everything because you read the Bible, this, that, and you done some shit and you made some sacrifices and you did some bloody shit. No, what you did is you went, what was I discussing yesterday? You went against natural fucking order. Do you think natural order, the most powerful thing established, is going to sit there and permit and allow it as if it was asked? Do you think the care of cremation and all the other shits in the Wicker Man, which some people, dumbass that people run to because they think it's pleasantry, you think that it's asking for something to happen outside of nature itself? I told y'all to watch The Republic and how it fell and they betrayed one another. But then what happens at the very end? The natural order will always come out on top. I don't give a fuck if you don't care about your goddamn life. or your minimal existence. Natural order has nothing to do with one thing. It has something to do with every fucking thing. It doesn't matter if you manipulate it. Even out of context of natural order, there's an order to it. And see, natural order it sees it. It recognizes it. I'm using that. That's because that way you can see it for yourself, and you have an understanding that may allow you to step into the truth of the deeper understanding of it. It don't see shit. It has a natural state to it, or a natural order. It has. We use the word natural, okay? What happens if you strip the bark from around a tree, a birch tree? That wasn't meant to be stripped. Any tree for that matter. And you don't put wet towel, a wet form of towel or something around it for it to be able to grow back. It dies, right? Does it really die, or what else happens? Because any of y'all ever seen by the roots where another tree started growing? Right from the fucking root, not from the acorns and the pines and all the other stuff. And then y'all ever paid attention to that shit? You have a world of new fucking people running around, and they came out of chaos. It is part of who the fuck they are. They cannot exist in natural fucking order unless they make the right fucking choice. And let me tell you, when you come out of chaos, and that's where you're going to go back to, I'll be welcome to invite you and welcome you. This is not something you want to go to. Y'all think y'all know fucking chaos because of y'all little shit you're doing here? Keep fucking with these dumbasses who are slowly stripped away everything because they should not have existed. They're here. And it's bigger than that. Okay? Got a lot of people who got some decency in them. They still have some morals in them. They're fucked up. Doesn't matter what they belong to. I got homies in the triads. Motherfuckers in New York, man, I used to hang out with when I was practicing on the rooftop, kicking the shit at each other. And I would never hold back. And they're like, yo, you hit too hard, blah, blah, blah. It's not bragging. It's just the facts. Good brothers, man. From Hong Kong. I mean, some real solid. We had some motherfuckers do some shit. I was like, oh, you gotta show me how to do that, cuz. No, because you got some Chinese in your family. We might show you. Nigga, they the ones that shows you that shit, man. They show me what the fuck you did. And they used to laugh, man, and we'd be drinking that motherfucking rice wine, getting fucked up, smoking big ass Bob Marley's, listening to reggae and shit like that. Man, I miss them. I hang with some of them boys. They don't say that in the cartel. I can't sit here and say who's who. I can't get them in trouble. But there's some real ones, man. It's like I know some people in the Black Gorilla fan. I know certain people, just, and some other things. I know some motherfuckers that even I'm not afraid. I just know to give them a space that I wouldn't walk around them on when they're doing this shit. Because they'll be like, yo, Red, why you here, man? Even though they know better, it's just that, my bad. I ain't mean to see all that goofy shit. I can't explain everything. It's not meant for everybody. My uncle, how he used to work with the mafia. Jamil Samsi, he was expressing that. Frank Lucas already read about it. I know about it. It's one of his relatives. And a lot of his cousins and them belong to my family as well. Biological family. It seems like I keep coming on here asking y'all to get it together. When there's a whole bunch of you, I really don't want you to get shit together. That's why I said there's a small percent. And you would think that I'm reaching for everyone. I don't give a fuck about a lot of you. The tribe, you're welcome. You're not even 1% of the whole that probably could come here who would actually sign in. So you guys are family, the tribe, as far as I'm concerned. But it's the ones who come here with doubt and this, that, and everything else. I don't give a fuck about you. You ain't got to be here. You ain't gotta, cause there's a whole lot of shit you can go and watch and roll through and waste your fucking goofy ass time with. I'm only here because of balance, motherfuckers. And some people don't even know what the fuck balance means. You misinterpret it because you really don't know what the fuck it is. We're not talking about fake ass, here's the feather, and how much gold you got, goofy shit. That's some otherworldly shit. Some of you have more potential in you than you can imagine. I'm only getting you here, getting you here to drive you in the direction you need to go. But you have to make the fucking choice. Everything else, I kind of like it. It's chaotic. Oh. And some of you think it's a fucking joke. I know you do. Good. Like you think everything else is a joke. You're gonna find out though. Again, for you Christian, all patriotic, fucking white bread Americans and true stand-up black and Spanish motherfucking, yeah, we're going Trump, Trump, Trump. Which way is the motherfucker facing? Huh? You dumb motherfuckers. But you got one folded up that way. It's all right with me. Damn, ain't my name Lucifer, motherfucker? Stupid motherfuckers. I got a whole bunch. Somebody said to me, send a message. Well, that's why you single by yourself and all the children I have. There's women out here who want to ride my Jolly Rogers, and I keep telling them, get the fuck away from me. I don't even go to the bowl because the moment I sit down and have a glass of wine to talk to, some of the people that work there, here come one of them, hey, Red, whoa, get the fuck up off of me. Okay, you look, I don't want nothing to do with you. I can smell them a mile away, and I ain't talking about the funk like what you smell. I can smell what and who. You motherfuckers think you know everything, you don't know shit. How many more times I want to come on and do a live and talk about you don't know shit? We already got the dummies who plagiarize and play the game not knowing what the fuck game they're playing. There's some things you need to leave the fuck alone. I remember I used to go out there and have a sip or two, and Everlast was bigger out there in Yonkers, about Irish bar, before he left to Jamaica. I remember I was sitting there and we was all getting lifted. And one motherfucker out of the bunch always liked to be in the back. I was like, Whitey Ford, that's some real shit. Folsom Prison. Now that shit hit me like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And what it's like. My favorites. And I remember my uncle was talking to me yesterday, and he was talking about when Frank Lucas was locked up and when he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because Rikers and all that shit. And he was giving me some information I'm not going to share on here. And I was like, yeah, your cousin, I guess you could say my second cousin, and them, and what part they played in that. See, it didn't matter if you family, blood, or whatever. You fuck up, you got dead. That's all I'm gonna say to that. When it came to shit like that back there in the 60s and 70s, if you fucked up, you got keyhole. Sometimes you got stuffed in a barrel, a little concrete, a little lie. Sometimes you ended up at the old Italian meat shop with some sausages. At the kosher deli. It's the real world, y'all. I'm not saying to stop. I'm just pointing out the reality. I'm having a conversation with my uncle, some other relatives. All right? And some of the things that some of those dumb Negroes up there and up north, when our people went up so-called up south, I mean, from the South up north, and how they had to regulate and establish shit. That's why I don't like rah-rah motherfuckers. You live in a world, you can't even see the shit in front of you. No, motherfuckers got jobs they gotta do, man. They're given a task, just like you motherfuckers, and they oblige and meet the task. That's how I see everything that's going on. It doesn't matter, because see, the effects that it's having, you're choosing. You're allowing it. Oh, we all know how I got that way somewhat. Well, y'all got an idea how I might have got that way. But it's here. It's still what the fuck. Y'all ain't prepped and ready for shit. Keyboard warriors and shit. You ain't done nothing to prepare yourself for it other than running around the world and wanting to get the fucking dollar. Just struggle along just to make it. And if some get a little more to say, look what I got. What the fuck is that? And that's to everybody. And the majority of motherfuckers ain't invent, ain't create, ain't done shit, but just live a fucking lie. And you think that this is gonna be the good part of the end for you? Nigga, if I was a minister or a Catholic or Pope, one of them motherfuckers, I'd have brought all them son bitches down a long time ago. I remember my grandmother saying, you should be a minister. I said, for what? She said, well, maybe you said some things right. I said, Mom, I'm sharing all this shit with you, and that's all you can think? She said, I know it. She said like this, smoking her joint, 90 years old. I know it's fucked up. But I would love to see you get rid of all them fuckhead motherfuckers. Like that for me, baby. And here you go, Mama. Matter of fact, let me get a hit. I says, no, we need them. We need the dumb fucking people to stay dumb so we can get rid of them. And she looked at me and she was scared again. She said, baby, what is? I said, they need to go. You know what I am. You know what I'm about. You know what Sheila, you know why she was trying to get rid of me. She said back, I don't know, I'm gonna have to get another joint. Even my service dog stood up at the end of the bed like, what the fuck? No, I'm serious. All the TD Jakes, all of them, the motherfuckers, even they even starting to trying to tell the truth. I'm having bad dreams. And y'all think it's a fucking game. I tell you what, why don't some of y'all get in the ministry and start going fucking over your people? And then come back and talk to them. You think this is a fucking game, right? You really think this is a fucking game? Well, they're flying over your shit with drones and shit, laser mapping your shit with certain airplanes from a certain organization. You think it's a fucking game? Huh? You really think it's a fucking game? You don't know how to drink good tea, and even tea can be toxic to your fucking liver, depending on where it's grown and who's fucking cultivating it. And y'all better be careful with what you partake in. Even what you're asking, and be careful what fucking park you're playing in. Alright? So all this morning was just about a little fucking warning. I'm gonna test you motherfuckers, even with your little cheap ass worthless dollar. You greedy son of bitches. I'm gonna test you as far as your diets. Because I eat meat don't mean you're supposed to eat meat, motherfuckers. I've been giving you tea all along, and a lot of y'all don't know how to make a fucking choice. I'm just saying it's a choice. You have a choice. There's another world besides yours, a whole bunch of them. And you can't even get this motherfucker right because you can't even come together. You think it's a fucking game? Don't worry about the cowards. Let them text. Even the bot, the fucking machine, the fake ghost in the machine don't know what the fucking make of it. Keep playing. One of them Peckerwoods, who I really don't know, says, how you feel about all them Latinos there working on? I said, shut the fuck up. It's owned by a Chinese. All the hotels owned by a magnificent Chinese woman. I think it's great what she did because you motherfuckers ain't do shit. You know what your ancestors did? Ran my people to have part of my people up out of here, you stupid motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is taking care of this motherfucker for them. You got a problem once you talk to them. I think they're great. You motherfuckers, when they cook, they come to my door red, come with a big ass plate of ribs and shit, jalapenos and shit. Man, that's, I would, and they know that if something's go down, I'd be like, let's get it cracking. Let me take point, motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And some of y'all would say, wait. Don't get it fucked up. You don't know me. This gotta be because of the Costa Rican blood. And no, I ain't got shit to do with that. Got every bit to do with a lot of you motherfuckers that just fucking stupid. Now, I don't agree with the motherfuckers over there killing each other in Ukraine and Russia. That's just stupid. And Israel, fake, they're a fraud. Palestine, I already told you, the Philistines, those are gypsies. They're not even the original people of the land themselves, yet they have a lot of Semitic blood. And you dumb motherfuckers can't make headway because you don't know what motherfucking balance is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it all the goddamn time. The Africans came out in the last 3 years, 4 years, and started putting y'all on the good pedestal. Certain people from Kenya, this, that, and other, and they calling you African Americans. But they've been showing the light of what you've created and everything else, while you motherfuckers are running around conflicted and confused, you dumb motherfuckers. Calling yourselves everything but the right thing, because you don't have a fucking clue even when people are telling you. And other things are alluding to this fact. So it's a game. And fuck chess, that ain't shit. Why don't y'all learn how to play Mahjong? Why don't y'all learn how to play some of the other motherfucking games? Seeing how it's all a game to you. Don't know shit. Even the faggots are conflicted. Well, your godfather was a faggot. Yeah, he was. My uncle, Tony. Motherfucker was sharp as a tack. But we didn't know it. Not until we got in our teens. He was going to get dialysis and all that, shooting that shit up. He's a bad motherfucker. We watched him whoop niggas' asses left and right. Partying with the women. We didn't know why he partied with them. We thought he was fucking all the women. He ran them because that's why he saw himself. We saw him with big niggas. We didn't know they was running up in him. Because around us, he was a nigga. He was just a motherfucker, a big Indian motherfucker who was just making sure we stayed the straight path. We ain't know shit about no gay shit. He ain't had no fucking titties and shit like that. So you dumb motherfuckers that make condition the chemical lobotomized and fucked up in the world, you don't know what to fucking do. You don't even know what the fuck you playing with or what you playing with. But you protected him as a guardian angel. Guardian angel. Sometimes angels go bad, you dumb fucks. But sometimes they always bad. They just don't like the imbalance. You motherfuckers have no idea whatsoever. So dumb motherfuckers. And the CIA got a lot of them dumb motherfuckers too. You get technology and you get groomed in and you get, you make oaths and shit like this and you get to see some shit and some other shit. And it's all about, well, we gotta kill it, but we don't know. We gotta get it or we gotta grab on it. Some things are meant to be left the fuck alone. And they know that. There are some things they leave the fuck alone. But hard-head ass motherfuckers don't know the difference. You got enough dumb Gates was a psych ward patient. Right? What is he related to the Carnegie? What was it? Related to the Carnegies, the Rockefellers or something like that? And they knew they could use the motherfucker. He was off. He probably did a lot of fucked up shit you have no idea about. But y'all have no fucking idea. You don't need no idea about the motherfucker. Stop giving that motherfucker energy. He gonna do what he doing because you're too stupid to do what you need to fucking do. And that's a fact. How I told you guys, and Ganja, thank you for this one, even though I have a bigger one. Go ahead and get this motherfucking book. Pay attention to the hand signals so that way you can know exactly what the fuck it is you're dealing with. When you want to talk and discuss immortality and all the other shit that y'all think you know stuff about. Some think this world a vale of tears, a worry, and of sighs. That life's a great big lottery in which few win a prize. I read some hopeless verses once that don't deserve to last. They told how the mill can never grind with water that is past. I like to change that fallacy which has caused so many a tear, and by transposing make it bear a message of good cheer, and point the way of winds of hope like pennant on a mast. For I know that the mill can grind again with water that is past. So even the old can be utilized as if it were new, because there was nothing never wrong with the old water. It was the one that worked quite well. Whether it be in the now, it was still from the past. Oh, that's my own shit. A mountain stream comes trickling in the sunlight down the hill and gathers volume until it has strength to run the mill. It happily continues then upon its useful way, turns other mills still further down until it joins the bay. Its temporary mission, or it sweeps out to the sea, with other useful waters bearing in its company. And there all peacefully thy rest beneath the shining sun, who seems to think their mission is scarcely yet begun. You motherfuckers, all you do is like lapdogs and keep on the run. But I keep telling you, when the sun falls, you still think it's all fun. Yeah, it's my shit. With gentle force, he lifts them up in vapors to the sky. Vapors. Y'all got the vapors. And gathers them in fleecy clouds, his domain so high. Where kindly winds then waft them back to that mountain home, from which a few short hours before we saw them start to roam. Agatha, the tall black magnetic rock that nobody can get to. Oh, you think it's a game, do you? The cooling night then causes them to fall in gentle showers, a blessing to that mountainside, to grass and trees and flowers. And in the dawn of early morn we find them back once more, in that same little mountainside, but stronger than before. You have a choice. You're going to stay the little weak pieces of shit excrement you are. You're going to rise to the occasion and be that shite binding star. Die. Or live. They gather volume as they come, a tumbling down the hill, and then with added vigor again they turn the mill. And then in play they rush away through meadowland and town, and every mill again is turned as they go dancing down. They who are first should be last, and the last should be first. The height, I'm telling too much. The brightest day is no more useful than the darkest night. Our troubles soon would disappear if we view them all right. Good fortune may be holding back her best things to the last, for I know that the mill can grind again with water that is from the past. Fuck with me. I do. And that same little mountain stream has always been to me but one of nature's many proofs of what y'all don't even know nothing about. And I keep trying to tell you, which is immortality. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have absolutely no idea. So, like I said, I have no problem. I have no problem with my Chinese relatives. I like real history though. But don't think these people didn't exist. Regardless of the new world they created, well, it's about sacramented, so they have a new world order. And a lot of y'all are kind of complacent, but you're still in it, and they need you gone. Did you get that? You have a choice, or you can stay the course. They don't live to Chevron deference and so many different things, but they still have the increments of the insatiable appetite of necessity. They keep running around and keep you stuck in your cage. You just don't know how to turn the key and walk the fuck out and turn the page. That's the only problem. Niggas, you're walking around and still being played. And you're free as a motherfucking dove. And you refuse to fly above. So you can stay down here and get what you got coming. And that's nothing but pure fear. You better learn how to ascend, motherfuckers. You better learn real fucking quick. Think it's a game, don't you? Still think it's a game? Huh? Every day I look at videos of motherfuckers dead, maggot mouths. That's one of the jokes I had when I was in the military doing comedy. I was like, oh, you find them dead, and they disturbed everybody. And look at them. They just got little living things all around their lips, right? Talking about y'all have black niggas got big lips, and here they are with their little pickle lips, and now you got maggots all around their lips, and they look fat like fat lips, just moving, like they're kissing the sky or the ground, because they're dead. I guess they've been found. Y'all think that's dark humor, motherfuckers. But the ones who know laugh with me. Because some of them knew they'd be right there too. Y'all think this is a game, huh? Y'all don't even know what ugly is. You bypass everything that is beautiful. Everything that is magnificent. All because you don't even know what to or what to feed yourselves with. You don't even know what to partake in. What was that, Marcus? Oh, gain mastery over the physical world. Yeah, if they know how to fucking listen. If they know how to fucking listen. Not everybody that thinks they know knows. Trust me. They don't even know 1%. They have an idea, and those are the ones who can attain anything, brother. What's going on, Marcus? How you doing? Delusion, what's up, Anthony Lowe? Tony P. We're not going nowhere. We're going to change it. All right, we'll see, beloved. We'll see, T. Yeah, I've got to give you your bridge too, beloved. You were definitely a moderator. Brian Gill, what's going on, beloved? Living the dream, my brother. All right, all right, all right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Good. Good. Yes, sir. It's good to have you here. Kendrick Lamar fan channel. Just can't get it together, huh? All right, hold on to that. And Baby Girl Slaughter, what's up, mama? That was a good video. That was the one that you shed. That was good. You see that dog, that Pyrenees? I would like to have about 10 of those. Them Pyrenees, when they get full grown, those some bad mofos, man. Especially when they're in the pack. Oh, the animals are safe, the people safe. No wolf, no mountain lion, no nothing's gonna fuck with them. You hear me? When they're full grown. But that was a good video too. Oh, Mac, what's up, beloved? Devon, Scotland, how you doing? Did you know that the word slave comes from the Slavic? Yes, of course. Yeah, when I was telling people that on AOL and MySpace, back around 2000, what was it? 2011, 2010 or some shit. I forget what year it was. Maybe it was before that. Oh, it was actually maybe 2005. I can't remember. Anyway, Everybody laughed at me, said, "What you talking about, nigga?" So I broke a book out, and I went to the Library of Congress because I was going there even when I was back, in high school. And it was different. Now you got to do a lot of different things in order to go in the Library of Congress because they had a little shutdown period where they started changing shit. Always used to be on the second floor. And I told them about the Slavics, white cargo, before it was a book, And they were like, "You crazy." I was like, "Okay, maybe I is, maybe I ain't." You know what I mean? That's they got rid of lead paint. Yeah. And I told y'all you gotta pay a little bit. I told Ganja, you better start buying some, goddammit. When we get down there, we're gonna need it. That's because it wouldn't kill no fucking babies. The clothes, if that's the case, why everybody buying shit from Temu getting sick as fuck? Synthetic, yoga pants. I keep telling the sisters stop wearing yoga pants, wondering why they got a motherfucking, what you call it, infection, TI, whatever you call it, a urinary tract, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, pay attention to what you're doing to your body on the outside, you dumbasses. Or keep wearing it. It doesn't matter the fuck to me. Only the ones that it matters to should think about it. You know what I'm saying? Dev D, what's happening? What's happening? Smart dummies, yeah, Marcus, you ain't kidding. Okay, whatever, man. You're gonna have all these dumbasses going on, you know what I'm saying? Sagi, that's right. Yo, did to Sagi. That's it, brother. Frank Lewis is a rat. The real boss was Frank Mouth is bigger, even. Some people are so gangster, they don't know how shit really works. All the motherfuckers are considered rats. Damn. I guarantee I'm not even going, you know what? We say less when you start talking in a realm you really know nothing about in that fictional world of made up gangster shit. Just let you just have that little bark. That's all it is, a little motherfucking chihuahua bark. That ain't make sense. Laws of nature, that's correct though, Theta. But don't mention things you don't know nothing about. Frank Lucas is a rat. That means that you watch too much TV and you didn't pay attention to what really went down. The fact that all those brothers and cousins of ours was going to kill all them damn cops in New York, and they got some, but the majority of them got locked the fuck up and committed suicide. Greed's a motherfucker, and so is absolute power, which is not absolution. It's absolute as far as the narrative goes. That's why I say when you work outside of order, you better play the game to the end. And a lot of people don't survive. So Frank Lucas survived and still had millions. Shit. Don't look around. He had more than you can imagine. And that cop went on to become an attorney and locked up a whole motherfucking precinct. Do y'all know what really happened to a lot of them? Y'all have no idea. Shit, we could talk Serpico. There's 100 Serpicos. Fuck that world, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that world. ML, I got you right, beloved. Yeah. But no, but he was a rat. A lot of them are. I mean, Sammy the Bull, all of them. But they're not rats as was conceptualized. They were the heads. It don't matter who took a certain position or this, that, and the other. I think about my father and all of them, my uncle and all in Vietnam and this, that, and the other. Y'all have no idea what was going on. I mean, you watch YouTube all day about Vietnam until you sit down beside the bedside of a real motherfucker that's going to tell you the straight up facts, who ain't worried about receiving a check no more, and this nigga know he only got hours or if not a week. Y'all have no idea. That's like with my knee and my wrist, right, being fucked up, and these motherfuckers wanting to screw the pooch talking about with this fake motherfucker. See, that faggot chain, the motherfucking age, I think it was Singaporean, that motherfucker's Americanized. He looked at me not knowing who the fuck I was, even when I was talking to him. And I could smell him. I could smell the shit on him. And I'm sitting there looking at him, and I said in my head, the Rolodex, he's a fraud. This government wants to play that game as if they're untouchable. I said, okay. Now I'm here, and I'm not even collecting what I can collect. Y'all know you niggas got billions of dollars in gold and rubles and everything else that you have not been able to touch. Why you got these frauds running around in your land who have no clue? See, those are the motherfuckers I have no respect for. But then I even have least more respect for you motherfuckers who don't listen. thinking you know some shit. Charles Johnson, what's up, beloved? Tara Jones, what's up, huh? Max V, what's cracking? What's cracking? It's good to have you in here, 13. I like that. I like that name. Your reading is cool, but can you comprehend? 1,000% more than you can. All right, don't ever challenge me. All right, walk lightly, and don't carry some fake big stick, beloved. Oh, I wish I could kick it with you. I'm pale skin, but I'm not a stupid motherfucker. Hey, man, anybody can kick it with me. There's a whole bunch of them to kick it. And then they be like, all right, Red, we got to go, because they know. Especially when somebody cross the line, they be like, oh, they be like telling their friends, relax. Just listen. Because some people like to talk like they know everything and don't know shit. Really don't. Don't know a goddamn thing. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, don't trust nobody, wake bake. Hell no. Yeah. And I only shake my head when I see melanated people conflicted and confused and fighting one another. I don't give a fuck who they are. I just look at them like, y'all don't even know how you got there. That's why you're gonna get that book, Baby Girl Slaughter, Niece, you're gonna get that book. You see how much it costs, right? The Shaping of Black America, the deception, and the fact how it started around the 1800s. There was no such thing as before that. And like I said, I have relatives that knew in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, you call anybody black, just even out of the wrong character by black folks, they would cut each other's throats. They would be standing there holding each other's guts. This is a real thing. You know? I remember one of my boys messing with an old head at a gas station. And when I turn around, he's holding his stomach. And we're talking about one of my boys was badass now. And I can see his intestines. He's trying to keep them in. And the man he was fucking with was old head. You know, we was in our damn teens. And this nigga was in his 50s, 60s. He don't, whoop, homeboy didn't know he was cut. And he pulled it back. And I saw it out and I looked. Look, turn around, he was like, oh shit, he lived, he's still alive. Oh shit, he's holding his stomach in. I'm like, god damn, ain't nobody fuck with that man. Everybody knew to leave that motherfucker alone. He was a real one. But some of our guys had this thing about being a bully because they could scrap with their hands a little bit. Well, he learned the hard way. You know? I remember I was laughing my ass off. Everybody was like, why you laughing? Yo, that's some funny shit. I didn't know who I was. So it was just paramount indicative to the things I would see in life. And, you know, when the Masons and when they were fighting, cutting heads and fingers off, and dead bodies was poking, and going home, and mama washing us with the baking soda, the vinegar, and the fucking lemon. We smell like we were rolling in somebody's motherfucking in the graveyard and dug up. She's like, y'all went out there and dug up dead bodies. Y'all stink to high fucking hell. She was a nurse. Well, candy striper at the time. You know what I mean? So don't talk like you know me. Cause you find you way off and you never get to really, no. Yeah, how you doing? Indigo Turtle, what's up, beloved? Yeah, they're gonna make sure Trump don't win though. Okay? No, I'm not going to explain the DNA to RNA protein process. Nighthawk, what's going on, beloved? What's cracking? You want to join the Air Force, then go join it. Do it look like MEP station? Like, come join the Air Force here? Go join it. Ra, okay, how you doing, bro? What's happening, bro? But I'm not going to explain that shit. That's all a mishmash of made-up shit. Anthony Lowe, Trevor Jones. I want to make sure I shout everybody out. Brian Toller. Good. All right. Smithfield. Oh, come on. Okay. Just want to make sure I holler at everybody out. Lance Ward. Society's first outcast. I got you. You know what cartel I really like? I like Big Boy, Strength Cartel. Them boys, man, I follow them, man. Take me back to them days lifting all them heavy weights and shit. Oh man, well, I enjoy watching that, man. And when they be eating them tacos and shit, I be like, God damn, if I can get beside them, and I'll be grubbing right with them, man, with them homemade corn, some motherfucking tortillas and some real fucking Mexican, some real motherfucking Spanish food. The shit, I'm telling you, man, if they grilling, goddamn it, I hear that. Red, Mom, I'm coming out like a big ass kid. Hefe! Man, and look, they're like Big Mama. You know that plate, bro? Hey, man, it's in the blood, bro. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Especially them fish tacos. God damn, boy, that's. Hey, look, man, I could transition right now, eating a whole thing of fish tacos. Goddamn, don't get it fucked up, you know. Greetings, Daniel. What's cracking? What's happening? What's happening? Ohio Charles, what's happening? What's happening? Snoo, what's up, baby? You at work? Greetings, Daniel. I think the atom bomb of Japan is a lie as well. The fact that Nagasaki never had any radiation again and would have been shut down. Yeah, you know what? I even question that. I question it only because I remember when they dropped the Moab. I remember seeing the Moab. And they had ones bigger than that. And when I was doing the math on how much TNT it was, and when you're looking at one train car, as far as when you get into the kinetics of the explosive compound of how it works, when you're talking about splitting an atom and all that with the TNT or the tetranitrile, you know how it works. I says, no, I think they dropped a big fucking bomb. It's a big, massive. Now, you can compress heavy water or hydrogen. You can contain plutonium, uranium and stuff, and you can do some things, magnetic fields and this, that, and other. And that stuff is ancient. Now, I believe that, because what was the kilowatt on that? Or the kiloton? I think that it's possible that it created the atmosphere around it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they're using thermobaric bombs, which sucks the air out of everything and then breaks down your atoms to where it like disintegrates you. All right, Russia's using them. And they're not really that big. The thermobaric bombs. You know, see, there are weapons that can fucking destroy a fucking whole city. You can even use, I forget the metal. Because you got to remember there was metal, aluminum that was 99% pure that you can't make here. Found in certain crashes and shit. Nobody knows where it came from. You got to remember that people more advanced. And our people are not as advanced as they used to be. So that may be ancient stuff that's been made and hidden away. But when it comes to nukes and stuff like that and hydrogen and all that, there's a reality there. There's a reality there. But using a real one, and working in PRP on the nuke program, I think that if one was really utilized, it can create an adverse effect where the unstableness would spread out beyond the scope of what anybody could conceive. That if one was really, really utilized, I think that it would unleash a chain that would be almost, well, not recoverable, but irreversible, where it would branch out. Because once you split an atom, it'll keep happening. I don't see where it could stop. So I don't think they dropped one either, brother, or two. I think they dropped two different types of very powerful thermal, baric, high incendiary explosive weapons as a test. Okay? Because there are many people, and you do, like even concrete, when it's radon, when it's curing, some things cure over decades, like dams. It's giving off a form of radiation, which is no more than like a frequency. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at X-ray machine, the sister that created it. What was she really doing when she created the X-ray? And then how it's used as a weapon instead of really a healing device. Because you got to remember, X-rays, how many people die from it? Like 70-something%, I think. We got to Google it and look at the information. But I agree with you. For somebody who used to handle it, the more powerful ones, 100, 1,000 times. Yeah, I used to have to be up for a day or two And that's how slow we had to go through the checklist to load these motherfuckers. You could not, I get 2 hours of sleep after a 12, 16-hour day. Up, boop, boop. And I'm one of the guys running the checklist of performing a task. And we're down there. And it's like the whole ship shut down. And everybody with aircraft are working. We don't know if they're real or dummies, inert or real. And we got to practice loading this shit. And it's an all fucking day and night fucking job to load these fucking things. It was just fucking mind-boggling. And people were like, why you smiling? I was like, it's just fucking great. And everybody thought I was crazy in the Navy. But what if it goes off? What if it goes off? What the fuck you worried about? I was like, can you come back? And I said, oh, don't say shit. And I was like, hey, what the fuck you worried about? If it goes off, motherfucker, you won't know it. You ready to go? They said, no, nigga, you crazy. Petty House Branch, you crazy the motherfucker. Yeah, whatever. What's that? Again, what I'm saying, because I saw so hype, and when I understood the truth of shit behind that stuff, I stopped. Oh, You found one for cheaper? DeAndre? I don't know, bro. What are you talking about again? We're talking about a few things here. Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know how you can obtain. I mean, when you look at New York, when everybody's just talking about Central Park, all right, and the tribe there, they wanted to make them like they were African. No, they were the autochthonous people, the origin people. They're not just buried in Central Park. They dug up. They were buried all throughout New York. Even in a lot of cemeteries, they removed to build some of these federal buildings. They removed the graves. You've heard the stories of when they were down there working, and when they were like World Trade Center was built right on top of melanated autochthonous people's graves, and even their cities, which they have pictures of. I remember right. You can go and look at. I mean, everybody knows about ODB and Chief Cuffy. I mean, like, you can't make the shit up. And they wanted to turn around and make him like he was a half-breed or some shit. Yeah, half of these motherfuckers that were coming over trying to marry into the families. Because we were living in a different time. 1820 is when everything really changed. And then the 1920s when it was locked in. But 1857 to 67, when Lincoln, the Negro King, was killed, murdered, assassinated, when the hijack started to happen. Because you saw what happened in 1868, and then up to 88, and then the World's Fairs and everything that kicked off, and then the Crimean War when that happened. You got to look at these things. And then the rewrite of the world and the history and creating fake wars and everything to create this dystopia of fake white superiority and all this other bullshit. Aren't any of y'all like, isn't it laughable, not to be against the light skins, but this is about truth? How y'all never created or invented shit. And y'all run around the world killing melanated people as if it was something. They had to create that when we were all together. You can't make this shit up. And how do you do that? You raise a whole different breed of children. You manipulate their DNA. You infuse a new narrative, and they run with that, not knowing that it's new, believing it's old, when the old ones are no longer here to tell the truth. That's how you destroy history. And then you rewrite a history. And then when you rewrite a history, you give it to a group of people who have no idea of the old history. And then the old heads who could tell you, you never sit down to fucking listen. And then when you hear it, you just poof it. But yet you still haven't accomplished shit. And yet we were teaching y'all how to farm and everything else. How do we go from 42 million acres to 20 million acres of the 1940s, and then that just goes away? And they say, okay, well, look, you can still grow on your land, and this is what we'll do, but we want you to grow these seeds. Well, you can get the pale skins to do it, because that's not their heritage. Growing GMO shit as if it's supposed to be beneficial other than fat in the pocket, and then they strip that away. Look at what they did with Bundy Ranch and everything else. They put you in a position because as far as they're concerned, they own you. They created you. They don't own us. Well, they don't own me for sure. But they don't own the American Negro, the real people, which is a slight, just like the term black, which are the original people of the fucking land. Who built it? Buildings that stand the test of time are still being used today by these bastards. Because they can't build nothing like it. Obviously, I don't have to move with hate and joy and all that bullshit. I'm just going to speak about certain facts and share things where people can reference stuff with references and sources for you to research. And then speak on things that I'm very aware of. And it's not everything. You know, I have a story to tell, you know? My baby, I like to see when she in here. Probably working today. Salutations, Jerry. What's going on, beloved? Baltimore, Maryland, in the house. All right. That's what's up. Chernobyl still today, but it was rebuilt years ago. How about the fact in Japan? There have been people who went over there and said there ain't no radiation. But they still got the motherfucker locked off doing experiments, walking around and shit. And y'all ever looked at some of them things when them people got in trouble? Man, that's some heavy shit. Motherfuckers walking over there, walking around with their yellow suits, and then somebody catches them in a picture with the hat, helmet off, eating the sandwich and shit. You can't make this stuff up, man. If you knew that all the governments were working together, and then the ones who decide not to, what happened to them when they decide not to play? Because like I said, when you get a little powerful, you got a little military, you think you're badass, right? And, well, you know, certain people, certain group of organizations there, and then whoop, whoop, take that goofy ass out. Supposed to have still stayed playing the game. I mean, it happens, man. I mean, y'all know that. All right? And then, you know, the subjugation. Hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Heavy water production facilities include Argentina, Iran. Yeah, baby. Today, Canada, India both rely on heavy water nuclear power plants and electricity. Make the most heavy water. Yeah. And how about the fact that you even carry heavy water in you? You know what I'm saying? Rebuilt both cities and right afterward, pseudo match. Oh, no shit? Whoa. 170 plus tax. So you found the cheaper one. I told you, you can, some places it's damn, the book damn near $600. Reshaping of Black America. Like I told everybody, I'm telling everybody, if you want to purchase the book, you can afford it. There you go. $170, y'all. Get that motherfucker. If I had it, I would order it. I've got the PDF. I think I paid 12 something. That was a handful of years ago, a couple of years ago when I got it and checked it out. Thanks, Brian Gilly. I appreciate that. It says Central Park is an ancient forest. Everywhere had an ancient forest. I mean, look at some of the old pictures from what we call the mud flood. Isn't it funny that when they blew up certain buildings and said it was a great fire, you can still see the poles and trees? But people buy into it because they don't, you know, can't take it to remembrance. All the wars our people were fighting here. You know what I mean? Or Russian Indians who haven't invented anything want to rule the planet. Well, it's not so much when you're right, Joe, but when you're grafted in and you're given these notions, you don't know no better. So yeah, you're going to run with what's being laid before you, regardless of it being in ignorance. See, I'm not here to bash for motherfuckers. I'm just here to say that, you know, balance is important. I know it's hard to conceptualize what I mean by balance, but balance is inevitable, and I'm alluding to that. You know, I put on a little acts and shit like that because people. And well, y'all like entertainment. I'm worse than Charleston White, bro. Trust me. But the man's intelligent. But I'm not gonna bullshit as far as origin stories. And there's enough information and people finding it daily. And it doesn't dismiss anybody. People walking on too late. You're here, you exist. Now what part you play in the world, that's, hey, look, you have a choice. And sometimes the fact of the matter is some people don't have a choice. Fear is a monopoly. Remember I said feelings and emotions, two different things. Fear can control both of those. It's like a dystopia, and people have a hard time accepting that. I can dig it. All right. It's pretty messed up, but it you know, it is what it is. And to rule the world, you must get rid of the old world. There's a natural order to it. Those who are first became last. Those who are last will become first. And it's not like a race. It's not a competition. See, the meaning is even, people are complacent because the meaning that they think has been contrived by the enemy's narrative. That's not what it means when it says those who are first will be last, those who are last will be first, as if some religious doctrine. Because most of those people didn't even exist as they do today. But they hear and they can conceptualize the reality of, regardless of the bloodline, and what the manipulation that may have happened during the reset of the so-called 1800s. And when they come into this truth, then they realize they don't have to be the bad people. It's not about being good or bad, but they don't have to be the ones on that marginal line of destructive. And you can see it now. A lot of them come over to the other side and realize that the two parties all lie and the parties everywhere all lie, and that they have been done a slight. They have been done wrong and bad. Many lives, many people have died. Many people have died for no reason. Like when I said Germany won that war and they didn't start it. And then what they do? They say, hey, look, we'll give up Germany. You give us Palestine, Belfort Agreement. But before Palestine, they were looking at Uganda. They were looking at Ethiopia. They were looking at South America. They were looking at even here, and they said, no way, America. Why would they say no way, America? You see, that's what y'all don't pay attention to. Even Westside pulled up and read it off. I shared the information with our blood brother. He probably still has a video on his page, westsidercoolicc, and he shared it. People doubted me when I told them. It's like, how you know that? I was like, God damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Black kids, and when you mix a narrative to young black kids, stop calling them black, beloved. When you only teach them about the transatlantic slave trade and all the other stuff, right? Just say melanated. I can dig where you're coming from, but yeah. But that's correct, very correct. Only blacks were slaves, and that's a lie. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of books all over the world that points to the fact that the original people of this land were taken to Europe, they were taken to France, they were taken to Spain, they were taken to Haiti, they were taken to Jamaica, because they had already killed a lot of people in those lands, and those people fought back, the women of Haiti, everything. I mean, the people were dropping dead. That's how powerful the sisters are, without even firing a cannon or anything. But they were being targeted, you know, and taken out with diseases and stuff. But they had killed most of the French melanated army and the light-skins who were fighting alongside them. Literally falling dead on the ground, teeth falling out, eyes imploding. I mean, crazy shit. This is real shit. Okay? And if that's the case, and the Seminoles and the Muskegans were able to, they were able to go into South America. They were able to go back to those roots, and the people who are still in Belize and Ecuador and all those places who are still there, who've always been there. The emperors that they established in those lands who were Gujar in the 1800s, those are the ones who would rewrite the history and still go hunting these people. Why do you think Theodore Teddy Roosevelt, a goddamn mulatto, was working with the scouts, the Indian scouts, who were considered the Buffalo Soldiers? When you take youth and you condition them and they go against their parents and then they join these regiments and they have their old ways and they go hunting a certain group who are fighting against one another, but they have a costume on, you can paint a different picture. See, they're very good at what they've done in rewriting history. When I went and visited and saw the Olmec heads, even the one in Ethiopia, and it was given from here, it said the nigger head, Negro head. You can't make this shit up, bro. And then you have people who want to argue because they've been Americanized, or they're told that they need to keep you down. You cannot keep a people down that were never meant to be down. That's based on the false narrative and ideologies. All that does is lift them. See, if they were really intelligent, they wouldn't have been going the way they're doing. But now what they want to do is get rid of all of you. All of you. No matter if you cartel, this, that, it don't matter what job you do. They want to get rid of all of you. They can promise things. It's not how it's going to work. But I mean, hey, look, to each their own. Everyone has a choice, right? When I first learned about Harvey Powers Wars, it opened my eyes. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Slavic, yeah. I have that book downstairs. I thought I brought it up here. I have a couple of them on the white slave and even the Chinese slaves. In the book, the Chinese slave trade. They weren't. China didn't exist until around 1700s, just like Japan. Two different groups of people, Mongols, went there, the light and the Asian ones, and some dark ones, went there to conquer the people of the land, Okete, who are us and light-skinned folks, just like here. And there wasn't that many light-skinned folks. It's already been proven in medical school. Two very dark people can bring a pale-skinned baby into this world. It's not because of pale-skinned genes. It's just natural that it happens. I think it was like 200 every year for a certain period of time that I was reading the medicine. When I saw that, it was enough. I didn't want to read how many more if it grew or whatever. Literally, 200 pale-skinned babies a year in certain places were being born who were light-skinned. Long hair, shit like that. Now you have a group of people that knows this, who are Arabic or whatever, or mulattoes, who say, hey, we can manipulate this shit, we can make more. It still happens today. But nobody wants to believe it. You've got millions of pale-skins going, I got black people in my family. And then some of them got O positive, O negative blood, and they came in here heads to toe them. They're not really touched by the manipulation of certain gene therapy and shit like that. Manipulation of the atoms or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And they can't fathom anything else because the narrative that's been painted by the false tradition of, the Carnegies, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all those fake names, the Collins, the blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And when people are starting to see this, and them motherfuckers are like, yo, something's happening here. And they're worried about what else may come to rise with the information. So the food must stay poisoned, the land, the soil, the water, to keep you weak. That's everybody. But you're not. So me saying that don't give it weight, don't give it strength or energy, because you'll feed it and you'll subjugate yourself to being weak. You have to rise above that occasion. Yeah, you're some powerful motherfuckers. The women are powerful, the men are strong. You got to learn to start protecting and coveting one another. You have to covet one another. Think about it. Thou shalt not covet. And they painted an idea of coveting thy neighbor's wife. Nigga, if you go on, I ain't got to fuck your wife, but I'm going to make sure she's protected. That's coveting. See, when they create the new words and the language and they give this dystopia of a fictional meaning, people run with it. You need to know it's been used as a tool and a vice to keep everybody divided and separated, because you can't conquer them if they're united. The enemies united and see what they're accomplishing. Them motherfuckers telling you monkeypox, this, that, and the other. And I'm not here to dispel that shit. You can watch people talking about it. All right? And it's the same motherfuckers, WHO, who forced those experiments on those indigenous, those autochthonous people of the Cree and Wichita Nation in Tuskegee. Experiment. You see what I'm saying? It's some sick shit. And nobody wants to accept it because you have a couple of motherfucking Jews and a couple of niggas play a role in the movie, the Tuskegee Experiment, and they give a little bit. But they don't, and they don't give no real truth. Rosewood. Then they say Black Wall Street, which is a slander and a slang going against the people who belong to the land and those who returned to those great cities and built them up again. A great fucking city. Where they got the idea for Wall Street. The automobile, the two brothers, the airplane, the blimp. We invented the blimp, motherfuckers. And the people having a hard time conceiving and conceptualizing the electric on build. The monorail. What the fuck? The original electric roller coaster in Brooklyn, New York. Come on, man. The hell hole, centrifugal force. Stick you up on the side, you be up throwing up and they hit the guy on the other side, you know, because you're stuck, you know. Come on. How can the world run around in the blatant hypocrisy that runs around in and can't accept the reality of the truth? The first lie of straightening hair, the beautician, the sister. The motherfucking Jew couldn't wear it, was in a rush to marry her. She literally had oil popping up on her fucking, right up in her backyard. So the barons had to come and steal it. Robber barons. Come on, y'all supposed to know this stuff. This is the simple shit. You know what I mean? The straightening comb, the pick, the blah, blah, blah. The fact that a lot of millions of our people were sent to the so-called fictional west coast of Africa that built that place up. Liberia, Nigeria. Why is it that nobody knows that? And now everybody look over there. If you look at the pictures in the 1920s and 40s, they didn't look nothing like us, except for only the Ethiopians. Now you see a lot of our folk over there look like us because they are us. But they're too stupid to know any better because they don't teach real history. Come on. And you see how they got them living over there, fucked up. Even the government over there ain't doing nothing to better them. Come on, man. They want to call yourself African American when it's not about the people, the beloved people of so-called New Age Africa. It's about what's happening with all the wars and everything else. With chaos and confusion, you can write any narrative you want. And if you have leaders sitting there with popes kissing their feet and hands because they love what they're doing, come on, they know who the original people are on both continents. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all can't see this shit. The sand people talking about the original people of the world. Well, goddamn it, they look more Chinese than anybody. They just got afros, but they not put a post up showing you people not with perms, people with natural afros in China, Singapore, and Japan, and all that. And then there are a lot of them who are getting it, and they're rocking it because they are showing respect to a nation that don't even want to exist as they should. Fuck all our Latino brothers who got afros. They're not disrespected. Why? Because they speak Spanish. Because they live in a certain place. Get out of here with the language barrier shit. That should show a motherfucking force coming to conquer people that was conquered before. Using conquered people to conquer another people. How long do you think people can keep fighting? And they turn using these new terms and all this other shit. That's why it's important to read things. Balance, people. Balance, family. There they go. Reconnect. Byzantine, Greek, scabs. DJ, yo, throw that shit in there, bro. Throw it up. Throw it up. Yeah, it's told them in verse. And much earlier than when it actually happened. And then I learned about tribes of the Doma. Yeah, the Doma. The Doma. Yeah. Who slaughtered and enslaved many of their own people. Well, you got to remember manipulation and what was in the fall, and then promises. Whenever you make promises with a group or people, and you always break the promises, I mean, you're gonna get the results from those promises, and then you don't hold to it. I mean, it's not like Africa couldn't have got rid of. This is an agreement. You think the French are just leaving because this new general who had a coup and took over because of that greasy, sloppy motherfucker that was running the country into a hole for the European nation? Then NWO? No, man, he's got F-16s, motherfuckers. He got weapons from China, motherfucker. I mean, we showed everybody how to have a better fucking helmet and all that other shit. Everybody's running without equipment. They even gave them rifles so they can make a better gun than the M4, the M16. What the fuck? And nobody's paying attention to shit what's going on because you're too blind, because you're still running around with fake identity crisis and this, that, and other, don't know real history. I'm not trying to stop shit. Look, man, I mean, how many times I got to tell you, I'm enjoying it. But because y'all have a choice. And some of y'all say that's some sick shit, I don't give a fuck. It's not sick to me. Told you I'm different. Oh shit. I actually found my x-ray. I was going to show you what my lungs looked like when I was poisoned. The stupid motherfucker who poisoned me. Right? They're not doing too good. They done lost a lot of family members. There's an order to shit. And when you fuck around because you think you're sick, and then things happen and you don't get it. Some things you're supposed to let be. You're not. See, they've gotten so crazy that they got to fuck with the sun. They talk about cooling the earth and this and all this other bullshit. And then y'all convinced because y'all still believe a motherfucker walked on the moon. Which is, in your religion, it's put in the firmament. It's stationary. It's not spinning around and flipping and shit. God damn, man. You can't make this shit up, man. I'm not here. Look, man, look. Y'all got a choice. That's all I got to say. If some of you want to experiment, some of y'all want so goddamn lazy, you would go out and do certain experiments that are not complicated, they're pretty easy. Experiment just to see if certain things are real or not. And there have been people who have done it and people ignore it. They're not going to do it because they like what they've been given. Some of you remember when I read Flat Atlantis, right? You know, I got to read it with the other books. And some of you actually paid attention. All right? But you know what it is. Slovenia, a Slav, which is probably related to Slovo, word speech, exactly, which suggests the name originally identified a member of a speech community. Well, most places in the world. All these identities are new and kind of fucking made up. You gotta remember when the Creek called the Cherokee the word Anahuia because they spoke a different language. It just had nothing to do with the actual people, but to identify them on a language. Not a barrier. Maybe they were Moors or mortals, or maybe not. The thing is, a lot of history was lost, but it's still in books if people know what the cross-reference, how to read it. But yeah. That's right. So there's the Birth of a White Nation, and also White Trash, and the Great Read. Those are good too. Yeah, I have all of them. It helps to grow more. Yeah, as long as you're willing to keep doing the research. I believe we do a lot. Yeah, the Super Negro kind of got a beaten up, burnt fucking cape, and the suit ain't red and blue or black and gold. The Super Nigga is fucking pretty fucked up and rough as far as from my perception. And so the nigga ain't too super. Now, motherfucker need to get away from the kryptonite, if you know what the kryptonite really is. You dig what I'm saying? Like people from Turkey saying they Arab. And you know who they are. If you think about the Ottoman Empire and conquering Turkey and Iran, and the fact that you got Iran song walking around talking about I'm a Jew, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing with Turkey. I've been there. Boy, it's some crazy shit, boy. Y'all got a fuck world, man, that's crazy over your heads. But just like I was talking about the brother who was Irish and German Arab, you know what I'm saying? Shaheed. You know? And he's a good one, man. Check out some of his readings. King, you know, Shaheed is a solid one, man. Go check him out. You know what I'm saying? Ultra Slavic, all of it's based on Tartary too. PD engines, like who the PD engines? Exactly, the Mi'kmaq. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Moby Dick. They gave you a nigga Indian right there. The first one they whitewashed, and they said, "Well, we can't do that," right? And everybody still want to sit there holding the pen. Like they're arguing about something that's meaningful when it's bullshit. But people have a hard time with it because you got a bunch of peckerwoods playing Indian who should not be doing that, who are of a new Scot and Irish name. And even now they're trying to change how Irish came to be. They said, oh yeah, well the white Irish slept with pygmy Africans, which is pure bullshit. The original people of the land and historical records, I've read it over there, were the Twa. And that's even of Louisiana that went all the way up into the motherfucking Alaska. You can't make this shit up, man. There was no Mexico and shit. There was no fucking Texas and shit. Louisiana was the whole belt up till you get damn near to the island of Carolina. They call California now. The stuff is right there, but they hid it. I mean, think about the old maps and how they get shit up with the UN, with the 13. Nobody wants to see all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see it. You know? They want people to be blind. They want people to accept whatever the fuck they say. It's about control. And the sad part is the boulets are the worst sellout niggas in the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they Brian Gilly. They know if we come together and put away all this stupid shit as we war once before when we built these great worlds, these nations. They were built against people who helped us build up Tartary. Don't get it fucked up, but they're not the ones that were manipulated that came to be after the 1680s. That's some whole new shit. You know what I'm saying? And they had to grow them numbers and manipulate more genes. And then have them rape a bunch of babies and then make more. So a lot of these motherfuckers are running around murdering their relatives and based on some fake black and white and don't even know their origin story. That's the fucked up part. And that's why the Jews control Hollywood to make a bunch of fake ass history. That way people buy into the shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is not, it's easy to be seen, you know? Etymology is key to having a true meaning of the narrative, exactly. Two-party system is a start of it. It was the start, and it started around 18. The Republican Party started what, 1858. The Liberal Party, which run off from the Native Party, which is people coming on the land, started around right before that. So the Republican Party was to counter that, all right? And it was later become conservative and this, that, and the other. And you know, you had the fake Civil War, and there was people still fighting because the Civil War is not what people think it is. I told you, my great uncles, they was fighting motherfuckers for a long time, and they took that and created a new word, a new history. That was fiction, you know. Cowboys versus Redskins from that. Yeah, ain't that some shit? And who's the original Cowboys? And Redskins was a term by the French, and I forget how to say it in French. What it means, but cut their afros off so their neck bleed red. That's all it meant. And most of the people in this land were brown. So if copper, there was a copper magazine and all that shit, ebony and all that, which meant something totally different from what people think when you think about the onyx stone and all that, indigo, you know, when you want to get into the real colors of what was majestic, of royalty, going to the kingship, when you get into the certain things made from seashells and how it was harvested in the Mississippi, on the Carolina coast, well, we call it Kakalaki, which they call it North and South Carolina now, which used to be Virginia and Florida. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. I'm just saying. The Gulf of Mexico, when did they call it that? Somebody asked and somebody put it up. That was not the Gulf of Mexico. It was named after the Choctaw warrior or clan from the Yama Nation. Because the Yamasee, it might be one people they profess today, but the Yama Nation was also a confederacy. Man, you know, that is so much. But I know everybody keeps listening to these worthless ass Negroes who fancy the world they live in now, and they this is how it happens, where you keep the division and separation, and one wants to be greater than everybody, and it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? In the world of lies. Jay Clampett. Peter, Camille, what's going on? Hava, what's going on, beloved? Black Hawk is in Niagara Falls in America. Yes, brother. Yes. You get my hands on Ethiopian Bible. The King James is a joke and been chopped more than a beef. And the Ethiopian Bible, it was based on something different. It's not what people think it is. Everybody had great kings and stuff that they idolized. And Elohim is plural for meaning y'all gods. And so they took that, because you got to remember, Judaism, over there, they have many gods, not one. That's why they have the menorah and all that. People don't know this shit as far as their seven lights. It's deep. But regardless of all that bullshit, the reality is these are based on ancients, okay? And it goes back even beyond that with other stories where you get into Gilgamesh and this, that, and Nimrod, blah, 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 and how they've incorporated them into these new religions dynamically. You know what I'm saying? The thing about the people of this land, though we were recognized as gods, And Hernandez Zarco spoke highly of this because he met us on 12 to 17 occasions over in Spain and so-called New Italy. And when he came over here, it was friendship. Christopher Columbus is based on a deity, not a real person. Never came to this land. It's all a lie. Every time I hear people mention, I'm like, yeah, there goes one of the ones who holding on to the New World shit. But people have a hard time accepting that. You know what I'm saying? Fernando Hernandez Zarco. And that's the one. A nigga. And his cousins and brothers. Yeah. The real ones. And then they come warring and murdering and shit. It's bullshit. But then when the Pope really established himself, the fake Rome, they had to come over here and destroy everything before they established themselves. And that's after they killed all the people over there and stacked the bones for energy. You can still see the stuff in the catacombs of the old world. They have them stacked here too. They're stacking them now. I mean, they got the CERN and all this other shit to bring things that we shouldn't have messed with, or bring things back if they're not already back. How many of y'all study about Africa? You know, the 4 islands and the tall magnetic mountain that they can't get, nobody can get to. How many of y'all read up as much as you can on that, or see what you can find? Because see, they keep that hidden because they're still trying to conquer that. There's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of shit in this world, man. There's a lot. I'm not really pausing and I'm not fucked up on it. That's the last thing anybody needs to be focused on when you need to be focusing on yourself. Like I said last week and a couple of weeks ago, y'all really need to start looking inside and really working on yourselves, because these motherfuckers ain't gonna stop, y'all. Not at all. So we can hold the discussions outside yourselves forever and a day. That ain't gonna accomplish shit. He did for the Algonquin Bible. Yeah. Okay. Do you have the one you have the PD, you downloaded it? Yeah, it's a badass Bible. We used to have the original one. Big motherfucker. Had all our families in the back, man. Oh man, I don't know if my God. I need to try and get in touch with mine again and see if she got it from my grandma. It was a white one, man. Family tree, and you know, you always had the family tree with all that. Man, I wish I would have. When I went in the military, I should have tipped that motherfucker with me. You know what I'm saying? It's about humanity and truth. Khazars and Khazars. That's right. That's right. Because I was shocked when I seen black Chinese villagers look just like us, like exactly like us, but they are never talked about. You know why the book of Thomas and Enoch, etc. were removed. Well, you can go and get the Apocrypha if you want to read it. You can even buy the books and read them yourself. There's a game, like I said, when you want to create something, you use old stories, and then you plagiarize it. But if you can go back and look at all the other stuff, and you can cross-reference stuff, then you can start finding out things. And it's the benefit. The thing is, when you plagiarize stuff, and you do it for the attempt of controlling a narrative, then you can go back and remember the book of Eli, right? With Denzel Washington. One individual who couldn't even fucking, he couldn't read Braille, and it was the only book that survived. And the book of Eli, it was endowed upon him, but it was played out because you saw how a certain individual, Fifth Element, he wanted to use it as a tool, as a weapon, to control everything. Well, that's exactly, they're pointing out a reality. But the stories, how they were lamented, we could take things and make good out of it, right? And the stories are based out of the good of mankind, its existence. And then other things are hidden. And that's why the hidden hand, the black hand, nobody pays attention to, because it's not spoken about unless you know what you're reading when you're looking through the book, when you're going through Jeremiah, when you're looking at all these different things. When you have these knowledge of these other things, then you're not as complacent. Now you start to see things stand out, and you realize, wait a minute, this stuff is plagiarized from something else. And then when you go and find what it's plagiarized from, then you start putting it together and realize, wait a minute, there's something really going on here. Then you start to come into this reality and realize that you're more powerful than you could imagine. They can't allow you to become that power. again. And people are slothful and lazy because of what's been done. You have all this trauma that you cannot dispel or get rid of. Anxiety, angst, impatience, attention deficit disorder, all these things. And they need that to be locked in. And they need fear. They need you to be complicit. So it's not about just murdering a baby, going through the nose, getting the pineapple and eating and taking bites from it and everything else, and eating the flesh and the blood that drives it even harder. It's like smoking weed and smoking a menthol cigarette that heightens the high. The reality is they need you as well. So you don't have DMT flushes. You don't know what it is. You can't, when you feel the hair standing up on your arm, you can't control that energy, so you need it to disperse and leave. So you cannot acquiesce your true self when it's always attempting to rise to the occasion. There's a lot of shit you have no idea about. And the Bible is a way to keep it locked the fuck down, instead of allowing you to grow, because when it talks spirit, it pulls away from the source of what you really are. You're sentient. Everything's backwards, upside down, inverted, and reversed. You would think that they would stop, right? So it's a bot, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, I don't even get to want to know because I don't care. And you would think that after all this, they would just chill and shit. But no, that should lead to who it is. Because even the Vatican has a whole bunch of idiots that sit on computers and go, all right, so don't think it's just a one group of people. It's a network, goddamn. So we have a network. It's fun. It's fun. You know what I mean? You want to CZ and the Palmetto? Okay, cool. It's good to have you here, beloved. Adam and a bigger Halstead and yo, man, pay attention, man, and research the words and stuff. The linguistics is important. He be throwing out some real stuff because he studies this. And y'all need to really pay attention. These people would think it's crazy, but it's because they're too lazy to study what he's saying and go into these old scripts. And you'll start pulling up text and stuff based on these words, and you'll see that they're really contextual. They're real. And then you can find other sources of information and realize, holy shit, here goes a whole nother key. That's why it's important to really pay attention. You know what I'm saying? The Boule were those melanated people whom they were already living here in the U.S. in humble opinion. Well, yeah, I just pointed out a few of them. You're thinking about W.E.B. Du Bois, Gay Self, and Frederick D. Fred D. the Booker, motherfucker. I hate all them some bitches. I'm not a person built on hate, but I have this disdain for these motherfuckers. Like, I can't say nothing else because then people will say, oh, man, you're a cannibal or some shit. No, I'm not a cannibal. I just know that they would fucking be good on the Barbie. There were 7 big Jewish families who controlled the Egyptian cinema back in the black and white era. Yes. Man, you know who created the camera, right? You know, some of y'all know I worked at Thomas Edison's building for 2 years in East Orange, right? I met two of the older, one and the other one was a relative of the oldest survivors who worked on it, and they were like laughing. Thomas said they didn't invent that shit. Cameras, they was the one that told me everything. And I was working there. That's where I learned how to weld aluminum and working the big print machines, making truck battery casings and all kind of shit. And then upstairs, I was working with this Irish guy, a little short, red-headed guy. He enjoyed me. He was like, you got red hair too. You know what I'm saying? Yours is just a little more curlier. I was like, yeah, this is my land, nigga. And he just laughed and showed me how to build furniture and shit. So yeah, 2 years, man. It was great. When I learned that it was kids that designed the elevator there and they built it, the big freight elevator, we used to have to ride to go up to work and all that shit and down and yeah, man. Sephardic, Jews and Moors, though, not today's Catholic. Exactly. Salvatore Zarco, Hernandez, yes, Hernandez, Salvador Hernandez Zarco. Coin my favorite term. That's it, bro. Yeah, Salvador Fernando, Fernando Zarco, that's it. Portuguese Sephardic Jew, exactly. I call them the cloud chasers. I have the same as you, and oh, here we go. You got one to know. They don't know what to do or say. A lot of people like to say we have a white supremacy problem, but I believe it's more of a Jewish. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, there's no such thing as white supremacy. That's a cover story for a bunch of idiots. Because there's a lot of melanated people that run around with that shit too. In response to Ethiopian Bible, Brian had me. Oh, okay, Mitch. Okay. Well, let them scream. Brian, you must distinguish between ancient Israelites, family, and modern Israel, citizens of fake created state. Thank you. Jew is not the best word. They are Khazar, converts. Exactly. Anywhere from 78 to 87%, and then the rest of them are the Zionist heads. All right, we always talk about Rothschild, but we don't ever say Carnegie, Vanderbilt, Juan, Bushes. We don't ever speak of those fake ass names, and there's a plethora of them that exists, and there's a stolen identities of a great one's people. Thank you, Kiramil. And a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. Four souls. Yeah, man. All them bows and ain't blowing. All them bows and ain't blowing. White supremacy with names like Arnold Schwarzenegger, a nigger. And he loved him some sisters back in the day and some good weed too. That's what people don't know about. You get into the catnip, nigga? My cat doing motherfucking look like 4 rows of cartwheels. Okay. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, my cousin Danny Ferrer. He's my cousin. Call him Spanish, but not. If you call him Spanish, he'll punch you in your mouth. In New York, he stayed with me, and then a couple other guys from Costa Rica. So, and everybody's like, "Damn, that's your cousin?" And they looking at me like, "Yeah." Eh? What the fuck? Like, goddamn, people are stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? They like the world that they've been given instead of rising to the occasion to be in the world they're supposed to be involved in, to make sure to dismantle the lies and be part of the truth. And you don't have to speak about everything. You know, there's a lot of shit I ain't speaking about. This is no need. I told you, man, I'm about the balance. That's what I'm about. Okay? So I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued because they're too stupid to grab it. And majority of you are not. You're farther from stupid. And so, you know, that's like the word nigga. It's misalignment. It has nothing to do with reality. Yet, you've been transposed to a bunch of hypocrisy, and people move in that hypocrisy, so you feed it. You literally feed it energy. When you eat an apple or a pear or orange, right? Bite down on the heart of a coconut for the sweetness, or you drink the water because of the H2O or the watermelon. You're eating it for what? Energy, right? Isn't that energy displacement that if you leave the fruit off the tree too long and it's not getting the soil from it's not getting all the stuff, the minerals from the soil, it starts to die. So you must consume it right away. That's why it's not good to be greedy. You know, whether it's the sour soap or whatever, you're supposed to utilize these things right at the moment. You can't let it sit for too long. The same thing with this motherfucker. And when you speak on things, you speak on it too much, you keep giving energy. When you retract and you stop, you keep the life in you. God damn it. So you're not breaking off your fruit, giving it to every fucking thing. Does it make sense? Y'all didn't get this little monkey right here with that goofy ass. Don't let them come in here with their stupid ass questions. Sound like a dumb. I'm nothing against the Fed, because there's some Feds who are cool, but that sounds like a retarded one, and it doesn't bother me. It just looks so stupid. Anyway, hey, look, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. 2 hours and 19 minutes. God damn it, I should have did the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and then I'll come back in a few hours. We get to read on, because yesterday, you know what I did? I went ahead and spoke about something. Someone even hit up and says, man, you were being really paternal about that. And some of the words y'all use. Yeah, because sometimes things stand out. You know what I'm saying? And there are times when some things have to be spoken about. You know what I mean? Some things have to be mentioned. And then there are times when some things don't need to be mentioned. But you need to see the world for what it is. I mean, you need to see the world as it is. Not for what they're making it. You dig what I'm saying? My passport is renewed and I'm not going back to the liberal hive mind of Australia or New Zealand. New Zealand would probably be the safest place to be at, seriously. Where I was living from 2016 to 20, Poland sounds good about now. I don't know about Poland being the safest place right now. I'm serious. I mean, you're right over there, Ukraine and all that shit. No, man, not Poland. New Zealand would be the fucking space, all right? Or Central America, depending if you're underground or not. Central America, if you know where to fucking go. South America, if you stay away from the shorelines, if you go deeper in the high peaks of the mountains, because that place might become an island itself. There's a lot of things. There's maps I can show you, and not the flooded one that they know what they're doing, all right? But a different one that was written, and drawn long before these motherfuckers existed. But that's a whole nother narrative. My thing is, don't give it energy. Don't focus with fear. You know, don't be complacent. You know, do not, you know what I'm saying? Pura vida. All right, mi hermano. The governor of New Zealand is crazy and no guns. Yeah, you don't know how to make one? You don't know how to make charcoal, lump coal, and you know how to dry your urine and get sulfur and, you know, make saltpeter with a certain plant. You don't know how to do that? And you just experiment until the right motherfucker goes pow, burns up. I mean, it's not complicated. It's not hard, people. You don't know how to get aluminum, I can't tell you how to do anything. I can't show you, but it's not hard. All right. See you guys in a few hours. All right. Shit is, if you're moving together as a people, allowing yourselves to, this last little saying, allowing yourselves to exasperate everything around you, based on where we're at right now, without saying a whole lot, then you can accomplish a whole lot of things. All right, so what? Ladies, sisters, y'all are the power. I don't care what no nigga says. Brothers, y'all are the strength that protects that power. Energy, battery covering, works one-on-one, so you get a, you know what I'm saying, pull in the negative, have the positive, and it'll be a complete circuit. And that's all I got to say, all right? Appreciate y'all, all right?